Well, good morning. Third day of the trek, second day actually walking. Leaving Jagat, I think. We had a marvelous send-off from the local committee in honor of World Tourism Day. Who knew what that was? But they had a send-off with marks, with a little shawl, photos all around, meeting the local committee. They love the tourists. This is a critical part of their local economy. And as I've been walking the last day, I was trying to imagine what the world economy on the cusp of AI, which is going to affect every economy in the world, does to an economy that is at the lowest end of the scale here in Nepal. People carrying baggage for people like me. People who are so eager to be able to sell me a plate of dal bhat and have a room for me to stay in. How does that affect them? How do they move up? How do they progress? I don't have an answer, but this is what's on my mind. The other thing that I should say more explicitly is in the wake of the protests, everything's sort of normal. There's no threat or anything like that out here. I feel 100% safe, secure. But the loss in tourism revenue, and I've asked some of the locals, my tour guide in Kathmandu, the head of the agency, cancellations are probably running, well, they've said 25%. That may be optimistic, it may be greater. And what that does to the economy of Nepal right here, right now, affects people, to get through the year. So they are, I would say, bending over backwards to please, to minimize the impact, economic impact of such actions. So I've caught my first glimpse of a high mountain with snow, and that one is, the mountain's name is, you told me. Chamar, and then the tall one behind it is Sringi, which I don't think we can see. So just to orient, I'm going to be going up, and today it's pretty flat, and then we have a 900 meter climb total for the day, most of which is going to be at the end, so it's going to be pretty steep. And then from here, then we will be turning to the right. Yeah, my right, as I'm going up the mountain. And that's the Tsum Valley route, and that's going to be remote and more rustic than this part, which is, shall we say, more of a highway, although It's just a dirt road that mostly the only motorized traffic are light duty motorcycles. Okay, moving on, enjoying the day, enjoying life. Hope you are too. So it's not immediately obvious, but these are built on terraces here, and this is millet. And my guide has just told me that from here upward, these terraces are millet, and what we saw coming up was terraced in rice. But you can see in the distance there, even more millet, and sometimes some corn. And they will make bread and alcohol from that. There's a little section of the bed that's out there. A little scrambling going on there. Nepali ganja. Their local marijuana. Stopped for lunch at a little restaurant here. A lot of these places, so other than me, there's a group of, I think, 4 Russians in there. They don't get that much patronage. Very entrepreneurial, though. I mean, there are shops everywhere. And it isn't just here. This was in Kathmandu and all the towns that we went through. Shop after shop after shop. People selling, whatever they can to make a living. Anyway, so heading up here, have about a 2,000 foot climb in, I don't know, 2 miles, something like that. It's gonna be a pull. So, well rested, had a big lunch. So it's all good. Finishing the day at Lokpa. I thought it was going to be like a really hard climb, and we did gain 900 meters, so 3,000 feet. But I got to tell you, it wasn't that bad. And near the end, I had to tell my guide, "You're going too slow." I know you're trying to go slow because, I'm an old man and all that. But it actually is taking me sort of like more effort to go that slow than according to my natural pace. And so I just, he said, fine, you lead, and I just took off. But I'm here. This is the second day in a row I've been unable to send out my I'm safe here because the Garmin isn't picking up any GPS or the Iridium satellites apparently, just to be able to send it out. I mean, it's sort of like that steep. This is where I'm staying, the Hotel Motherland Tsum. And I'm looking forward to dinner tonight. I'm going to try something that I've never heard of before, expanding my opportunities, and a nice place, and my room's in there, and have a couple hours to relax. Hoping you're having a good day too.